In this video, you're going to learn how to work with dynamic labels. These aren't just regular labels. They're not fixed numbers. So what do I mean by that? Is that when I move the slider, the labels themselves also move with the slider. So you see how this label, what was 1 or whatever it was before, now it's 2.55. So you're going to learn how to do this in Desmos. The link is in the description below. If you're new here, my name is Olivier and I'm a certified math and physics teacher in Ontario who is currently doing a master's in statistics at Carleton University. If you're anything like me, you've probably spent a few months trying to figure out how to make labels move in Desmos and how to customize so they look pretty so you can label your graphs and make your graphs more useful. So I'll just walk you through how to do this step by step, and more specifically how to label the equation of this tangent line, not the specific equation, because in this case I think it would be something like 2x minus 5, y equals 2x minus 5, but that's not necessarily useful because then when we change our equation, then our equation on the screen wouldn't change. So we want to make a dynamic label. Okay, so first things first, I'll start a new folder. And by the way, this is the graph that we built in the previous video that you can see up here in the top right hand corner right now. So if we call this dynamic label, then we can put the equation, let's say somewhere up here, -8,3, somewhere here. That would look nice, -8,3. And if you want, you could put like x1, y1, and so you can move your point as well. But we'll keep it simple for now. So you could label it like this, but that's not what we want. We want to label an equation, right? So here we're gonna call this tangent line equation. And just so it matches in colors, we're gonna put it in blue because our equation of the tangent line is blue. And I don't want the point to appear, so I just want it like this, but I want it on the right of the point. You could put it on the top right corner. You could like change the angle, for example. You could put like 3 radians and whatever. We're gonna make it a bit bigger, so 3. Is that too big? Maybe 2. Maybe 2.5. Maybe 2.5 would, yeah, 2.5 looks good. But again, that's really up to you here. So I like what I'm seeing. To save time, I'll click the little gear and duplicate this a couple times. So that way you can change the height, and let's do something like this. So then I want to actually put the equation. Okay, so when we put an equation, we need to click the little ticks. So for me, it's in the top left hand corner of my keyboard, and you write the equation. So for example, 2x looks like this, whereas if I type 2x, you see the big difference. On top, when I put the ticks, that's the math writing, okay? And that's one trick that I found very useful, is that instead of typing all the math, we could type like the tedious math, write y minus y naught, and you need to do it all like this and whatever. That's not what I want, right? So what we do want is we can just do copy paste and copy paste it in here. And when we do this, you see how it appears, but that's still not dynamic. That's just why not. So I want to make it dynamic. So the way we do that is we put a $sign and squiggly brackets. The $sign says to Desmos that it becomes dynamic. So you see how it is now -3 because why not is -3. And you see that when it changes, our equation changes. So that's what we wanted. So same thing with the x0. So $sign, squiggly brackets, and then x0. Okay, so it's y minus -3, so that would be y plus 3, m, so we want m to be a label as well, so dynamic label, so squiggly brackets, and now we have an equation that fully changes depending on the x value. But you see how it doesn't look really pretty when we're moving, so I'll just set it back to 1. It's a weird way to write a line. Usually we write a line y equals mx plus b. So I'll just write it here. To add a note, you just put the quotation marks, and then I'll write y equals mx plus b. So then I need to define a b. Well, when I rearrange my equation of the tangent line, you can see that this is going to be m times x when I distribute it, and m times negative x naught, and then that's going to be plus y naught. So b is really just y naught minus m x naught, not xo, it's x naught. So b is this, the general form of it. Okay, so then I'll do it all by hand so you see what I'm doing. So open the tick. Y is equal to m, so dollar sign squiggly bracket m, x, and then plus dollar sign squiggly bracket b, and that looks a lot better. And you could rearrange the equation on top, and you would get something nice. And you can customize this even further. One thing that I would do here is maybe I would label for the specific x value. Maybe we can do x naught and then just label it on the x-axis. Let's put this in black because that would just look better. We want to label it, but we don't want the actual point like this. We just want x naught, so I'll just write it like this. X naught is equal to dollar sign squiggly x naught. And then when we move, we see the x naught move as well. Okay, this is a lot better. For the final touches, we can close our labels. We can make it the reverse contrast so it looks good. Some people like the other way more. It's up to you. I'll rename this. So this would be dynamic label. The link is in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section below. The best way to support the channel currently is to share this episode with your friends, click the like button, and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Do the Work.